I'm Travis Rima, the Parks and Recreation Director for the City of Leesburg. We are at the Susan Street Sports Complex for the official groundbreaking ceremony for the Susan Street project. Let's go check out the ceremony. Welcome everybody to groundbreaking for Susan Street. What a beautiful morning for a great project here. I have a whole list of folks to welcome, so I'm just going to get right to that. We want to welcome our Mayor, Alan Reisman, Commissioner Allison Berry, Commissioner Jamie Burry, Commissioner Jay Cannell, Commissioner Mike Peterson, City Manager Al Minner, Deputy City Manager Rob Hicks, from the Lake County Board of Commissioners, Tim Morse, Congressman Webster's Office Representative Cindy Brown, Teresa Connor, CRA Board Member, from the Recreation Advisory Board, Roger Croft, Chairman, Damani Nettles, Joni Smalley, where's Joni? She didn't make it. Clay Bell, our Miss Leesburg, Reese Pons. And for those who know me well, and Marcus, who's been working on this project, I would say our most distinguished guests. So if they could stand up when we introduce them. Tylen Brinson, Pop Warner football player, wide receiver and cornerback. Armani Snow, flag football. Troy Pope, football, quarterback and wide receiver. Not on the same play, though. Jason Mercer, soccer. Tayana Pope, cheer. And Logan Wagner, soccer. So, I will tell one real quick story. In 2014, I accepted the job here in Leesburg, and it was November, and about 2 weeks after accepting the job, I went home, I looked at my wife and said, what did I get myself into? And that next night, I went out and I saw the kids playing rec soccer, and watching them run around playing soccer. I went back home and I was like, all right, we did the right thing, like this is why we're here. About a week ago, I was sitting in my office with Marcus, and I looked at Marcus and said, what did we get ourselves into? And he reminded me, just wait, in 300 days from when we had the notice to proceed, there's going to be a bunch of little kids running around playing soccer, playing football, and having a good time at this complex. And then we'll look back and say, that's why we did it. So that's why we're here. We're excited about it. It is a groundbreaking, but as you look around, the ground has been broken. We're excited about this, and we want to get it rolling. So without further ado, we're going to have the invocation and pledge allegiance from Marcus.
Thank you. You guys bear with me. I am not an ordained minister or anything, so this is new for me. I normally like to stand in the back, but for some strange reason this year, I'm standing in front of this podium. So if this doesn't go great, bear with me and do the best that we can. So I'll ask all men to take their hats or remove their hats and bow your heads. Our Father, we come to you today thanking you and asking you to continually bless this wonderful, beautiful piece of property and land that has been gifted and provided to this city to provide an unbelievable complex. So we want you to protect this complex, protect the activities in this complex. Bless those visionaries that came about, that saw fit for us to provide a place such as this and a complex such as this for our community and anyone interested in that will benefit or use this space. Our city is one of those places where we have took on the responsibility of providing activities and programs. The leadership in this city, I pray that you continuously bless their hearts and their visions to move forward and continue to do programs such as this one, and continue to bless and keep this sacred ground and this complex safe, protected, and prosper for years and a lifespan. Amen. All right, we're gonna stand up. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America
which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with justice for all. Thank you.
Okay, and for our first guest speaker, Mayor Alan Reisman.
What a beautiful day here it is in Leesburg, and we are so excited to be here. This has been a long time coming. I was talking to Commissioner Burry, and I think it was like 10 to 14 years ago this was an idea, and it's finally coming to fruition. I'm excited to see what our current generation can do here, but then also our future generations, and then also the economic development that'll happen because of this facility. People coming here from out of the area, supporting our local restaurants, supporting our businesses. That's what it's all about. But what the real thing is, just providing a safe place for our kids to play. I couldn't be more proud of our commissioners that we voted to make this happen. But then lastly, this project would not be what it is today without our financial partners, with the Lake County Board of County Commissioners, the TDC, Senator Baxley, Senator Truenow. That's what made this project happen. So on behalf of all of them, I want to say thank you, and we appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Okay, our next speaker is not on the sheet. That was my mistake. Commissioner Allison Berry.
Good morning, everyone. What an exciting day it is to stand here and say we're breaking ground finally. Today marks a major milestone in the redevelopment of this 26-acre facility here on Susan Street. After years of planning, visioning, and hard work, we are officially launching the transformation of this space to something truly special for our community. The new Susan Street Recreation Complex will feature 6 multi-purpose fields thoughtfully designed to host football, soccer, lacrosse, and rugby, giving our youth and athletes of all ages a dynamic space to play, grow, and compete. This state-of-the-art complex will also include locker rooms, concessions, grass fields, goalposts, and of course the scoreboards and bleachers. I cannot express how excited and proud I am to see this dream becoming a reality right here in District 1. Being a part of this historic moment is something I will always cherish, not just as a commissioner, but as a member of this community that I deeply love and believe in. This has been a long time coming, and it wouldn't have been possible without the dedication of so many who believed in the power of investing in our neighborhoods and our people. I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to everyone who has played a role in bringing this project to life. I can only imagine how this entire community will embrace this new complex with open arms. Let's not only celebrate the games that will be played here, but also the opportunities for jobs, the chance to learn new sports, and the sense of unity this facility will bring. District 1 is vibrant, welcoming, and a fluid community. We open our arms to everyone in Leesburg and beyond. Together, we're building more than just fields. We're building a future full of promise, pride, and play. Thank you all for being here today to witness this moment in history, and let's let the games begin. Thank you.
Okay, next up, Roger Croft, the chairman of the Recreation Advisory Board.
Thank you, Travis. Just to educate some of you that wonder what the Recreation Advisory Board is and what they do, we serve at the pleasure, there's 5 of us. Myself and my colleagues serve at the pleasure of the city commissioners. I advise Commissioner Burry, Damani Nettles, Commissioner Berry, but the main thing that we do is we don't make any decisions, we just advise. And it was mentioned before, this has been in the planning for a long time. I can remember, I've been on the board about 16 years, and 12 of those years I spent with Commissioner Burry. He was also a member of this board. And we had a fire here. We used to have wooden light poles, and we had lights attached to those wooden poles. We had an osprey nest that caught on fire. And Public Works decided we're going to put new lights in without coming to the Recreation Advisory Board. And we saw that as an opportunity to discuss what the future was going to be like, because we had diamonds here, softball and baseball, and we had diamonds out at Sleepy Hollow. And we actually had families that were split because their older kids were playing at Sleepy Hollow and their younger kids were here. And we were splitting families up on recreation nights. Same thing with the lawn fields. We had we had a lawn field here where we also had soccer. We had soccer out at Sleepy Hollow. And it just wasn't efficient. So we all got together, and this is the fruition of a long planned cycle where the dynamics change. We're doing it the right way. And I would like to thank Al Minner, our city manager. It takes creativity to be able to fund these projects, and he's the master at it. I'd like to celebrate our city commission for having the leadership to be able to put this project through. I'd really like to celebrate the youth of this community, because they're going to benefit from this, but not only the youth of this community, but this has far-reaching impact. I don't know if you guys watch ESPN, but we have these bass tournaments that are broadcast nationally. In 1937, a few people got together and decided with the WPA to build Venetian Gardens and Pat Thomas Stadium. I bet you they didn't think that nearly a century later that people were going to be coming to Pat Thomas during the summer for baseball, that Russ Matt teams from up north were going to be coming here during spring break, and that we were going to be televised nationally, Leesburg, Florida, televised nationally, hosting bass tournaments. But those decisions have impacts, and they last for centuries. So my applause to the city commissioners, Al Minner, but basically celebrate also that these fields always look good, and there is a group of professionals that work for Travis at the Recreation and Parks Department that every time somebody comes here for tournaments, they brag about how good our fields look. So I'd like to also give a round of applause to the employees of the Recreation Department, how well these fields are taken care of. Thank you.
Okay. Lake County Commissioner Tim Morse.
Well, before I get into my remarks, I've got to tell you a little history here. Played against Jimmy Burry and I think Roger growing up. We didn't have very many fields. Cap League was over at Lee School with really just a little patch of clay. Born and raised in Leesburg, I've seen it evolve. I was fortunate enough to see the complex that was torn down built. That's how old I am. But I'm proud. I'm proud of Leesburg. I'm proud of what they're doing. I want to thank the commissioners, the volunteers. It's a thankless job, I know, what you do. You put up with a lot of complaints. And Al, you put up with Al, but that's okay. He's a smart guy. But anyway, on the behalf of the Board of County Commissioners, they know not to send me out here too much, right? I'm excited to celebrate the groundbreaking and renovation and redevelopment of this. The redevelopment is not only about providing better facilities for our local youth leagues, but also supports economic growth, making this complex a perfect destination for tourist events. That puts heads in the beds, is what they call it, and that means that the TDC, the Tourist Development Council, has more money to spend on projects like this. I would also like to extend a special thank you to everyone who contributed to this project, including the funding from the TDC, a legislative priority grant, thank you legislators, true now, the American Recovery Act, thank you Joe Biden, and that was a joke, which totaled $10.5 million for this project. Nobody got the joke, did they? Once again, thank you all for joining me here today. I look forward to seeing the positive impact this project will have on the residents of Leesburg and all of Lake County. Y'all have a blessed day.
Okay, Martin Steffen from HAF was not able to make it today. Was she? Nope, she's with Discover Lake. So HAF is not here to make some remarks, but we do have Ian Nichols from Kingdom. I do want to mention for Ian, they got the notice to proceed on March 24th for this complex, And I came out at about noon with a drone to start taking pictures to see. I wanted to see the before, during, and the after. And they already had a whole field tore down out in the west side of the complex. So once these guys got the notice to proceed, they got after it and they haven't stopped. So we appreciate them. And here he is for a couple words, Ian Nichols.
Good morning, everyone. Again, Ian Nichols, Kingdom Construction. We're the contractor on the project. As they've said, there's been so many hundreds, if not thousands of people thus far that have been involved in the project, and we just want to honor those people. Us personally, we'll employ dozens of companies and hundreds of people on the actual project. So that's just a little added bonus to the future economic development that is going to take place. And we believe that good things are going to happen here. Lives are going to be changed. You know, youth sports is a great place that young lives are impacted in a positive way. I know mine was. And we just see the future of that being a good thing. And we're so thankful to the county, the city, everyone that's been involved. And again, just a huge honor to be a part of it in the history of Leesburg. So thank you, everyone.
Okay, for my quick closing remarks, a few of our speakers touched on it, but I did want to echo and thank Discover Lake. Ryan Ritchie, the director of Discover Lake, was not able to make it. Amanda Martin is here from Discover Lake. There she is. But Ryan was integral in helping us work through the grant process with the TDC, and so we're thankful for that. And also the legislative grant from Senator Truenow. Like it was mentioned, you have to get creative for funding with these, and we've had some great partners. It's been a ton of help. Wouldn't have been able to do it without the funding. So without further ado, we're going to start with the first official shovel groundbreaking picture here.
This project's been in the works for probably over 10 to 15 years with prior commissioners and prior rec boards, and it's just coming to fruition. This is going to be an amazing project for our city, for our future generations of kids, and not only that, but the economic driver that this facility will bring to Leesburg will be huge.
Today's project is really super important for the city of Leesburg because it's a continuation of a lot of success we've had in redeveloping Leesburg and energizing Leesburg and investing in parts of the community that need it both. And not only are we redeveloping Leesburg, but we're doing it in a way that's so financially prudent. This is another example too of a major capital improvement project that we're doing that benefits community, and we're using grant funds, we're using intergovernmental monies. We're doing a $10 million project here, and the city of Leesburg only has about 38% cash investment. And on the cash note, so this is another project like the Resource Center, like the Teen Center, like the Aquatic Facility, like the Venetian Center, that we're doing it without debt. You know, at a time where I think Leesburg's been getting a lot of grief about growth and annexation and bad planning, I think this type of project shows that Leesburg is one of the great communities in Lake County that's being resourceful in how we're providing services and how we're providing municipal services, how we're reinvesting in community, how we're using different sources of funds and different tools to make our community better and stronger in an urban environment.
And so what does this mean to the county?
This is a fabulous way for economic development in our county. It puts beds in heads. It'll be a showcase. It'll be a place where young adults and college-age kids will be able to come out, have fun, and the county is so happy that we are partnering with the TDC, the city, and the economic development. It will be a great blessing for this county.
So we're demoing essentially the entire park. Going to get everything back down to, take all the grass, everything off. All the fields will be new sod, Bermuda. It's a good sports turf. There'll be one championship field, which is going to be fenced in. Have bleachers, a PA, press box, PA system across the park. state-of-the-art, lightning warning systems and things of that nature for safety. There'll be parking areas. There'll also be locker rooms, concessions, as well as storage containers. And as I mentioned, that there's a press box that's elevated above the championship field. The championship field is synthetic turf, which will have logo and be branded with the city seal. So a significant investment in that field, particularly to host any type of tournaments or whatsoever that the county wants to put on for rectangular sports. So it's a rugby size field, but you can play all rectangular sports on it, as they mentioned, lacrosse, football, soccer, and rugby.
Thank you for tuning in. To follow along on this project and any events in the city of Leesburg, check out the recreation website, leesburgflorida.gov/recreation.